Well, Sarah, it's really unclear just how expansive this directive is. The government hasn't confirmed it, and neither has Apple. But what we are hearing is more and more reports of state agencies as well as state firms asking their employees not to bring their iPhones to work on national security grounds. The focus has been on those who are in investment, trade, and international affairs, and the employees have about a month to make a switch. Now, the question here isn't so much about how many iPhone sales this would impact when it comes to the government, but it actually is bringing up a question as to just how politically correct Apple iPhones will be in broader society. We spoke to some distributors of iPhones. They said that Apple's bigger problem might actually be something totally different, which is Huawei's new Mate 60 Pro. This phone was released when U.S. Commerce Secretary Raimondo was in town. The company hasn't released the specs, but it's operating as if it's as fast as a 5G phone. So most of the folks in the tech industry who I've been talking to here don't actually believe that Huawei would be able to produce this phone without foreign technology. However, state media has been touting this as a poke in the eye for the U.S. Commerce Secretary and the department's export curbs. In fact, CCTV posted a social media post and which was mocking her here. Is mocking her as a Huawei ambassador. What was also interesting, and these are actually phone covers which have been on Taobao now with Raimondo's face, but there's actually a counter argument now within the public, and that is that people are quoting what one of Huawei's executives said, that we are far ahead, that we are getting far ahead. And his intention was to say that Huawei is getting ahead of the U.S. export curbs, but what people are kind of seeing that as a joke, that Huawei wouldn't really be able to do that. So that's the discussion right now here.
Eunice, it's David. Is there an expectation that there will be some sort of official announcement from the Chinese government regarding this possible ban on bringing your iPhone to work? Or is it more likely, given your experience, that it will simply be rolled out, if it is being rolled out quietly, and that'll be the extent of it?
Yeah, you know what? It's really difficult to say because there are times when the government does actually make these official announcements where either on the local level or on the central level, they'll say that a certain product is banned, or they don't want, say, for example, Tesla cars to be in certain sensitive areas. So they will actually make certain statements. But as you well know, David, with your experience here as well, there's a lot of unofficial messaging that goes on to make sure that things kind of go in the direction that the Chinese government wants. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if we kept hearing more and more about these directives, but nothing was officially announced.
Eunice, appreciate that. Huge story, and we'll see how it evolves. Eunice Yoon joining us on the Apple story. Let's get the streets take. Joining us this morning.